Legion Beats.
Hi guys, it's Quita. If you're new to my channel, please make sure you click the subscribe button below. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. Thank you so much for watching. So in this video, I am doing a update on my BBL, and I will be talking to you guys about some things that you guys have some questions about, and while I'll be answering some questions that you guys had and giving more information about like my recovery home, about the recovery home I stayed at, how much I paid, and yeah, just more information. So yeah, so stay tuned for all the information. So first I'm gonna go into like the Q&A part. There were a lot of questions on YouTube, and I had some questions on Instagram. I'll go into the questions and then I'll show you guys my results and talk more about my results and what I think about it or whatever, and just show you guys what I look like now. March 9th, I am officially 4 weeks post-op. So yeah, so I'll just get into this. The first question is how much the massages hurt from 1 to 10. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much the massages hurt. So first week of surgery, the massages were definitely a 10. I was very bruised up. Like when I tell you my skin was like purple, I was extremely bruised. I had no sensation on my skin, and everything was just like super sore. So when she did the massage, she also had to drain me as well. So I had fluid in my torso area, my arms and my chin and stuff too. So like she had to really like squeeze the fluid out of me. So yes, definitely definitely on a scale from 1 to 10, it was definitely a 10. Very painful, and I have a high pain tolerance as well, so it was very painful. Like it hurted so bad. If you guys watch my previous video with my surgery vlog, you will see that like we had to keep stopping in the middle of the massages because it was painful, but we did get through each massage. I wanted her to complete each massage because I just felt like it was very important for me to have those massages, for me to have the results that I want. So even though it was painful, I got through it. What I can say is that she had me take a perk right before, like 30 minutes before I had the massage. She had me take a perk, and then I also had some CBD gummies as well. So I would take two CBD gummies and I would take a perk like 30 minutes before it's time to get my massage. It helped a little bit, but I feel like the fact that I don't know if 30 minutes was enough for it to kick in or not, but I think the reason why she did that because I definitely would have fell asleep if she waited any longer. But yeah, like I said, it was very painful. The massages that I have now post-op surgery, so I started having massages a week, like the week after I got back home. I was getting a massage every day right after surgery. And then when I came home a week later, I had got a massage. By the time I came home and I got a massage, it wasn't painful. Ouch. I don't know what I just did there. When I came home, it wasn't painful. It was more of like a relief. I was very stiff when I went and got a massage here. I was stiff, so it was like a relief. And it felt good actually. So like I feel like a week after surgery, your body starts to get used to it, and like the bruising, a lot of the bruising go away, and the bruising goes away, and you start to get a little bit of feeling back. But like I said, it felt better when I came back home when I got a massage. Next question, how did I sit on a plane? So y'all, have a story about this plane ride. So first of all, when I had problems, I don't know, in my vlog I talked about coming back home because there was a storm in Texas, and my flight coming directly back home to Milwaukee, they all had layovers in Texas. So they was canceling all the flights. So basically I had no way home, and they was canceling my flight. And then they started boosting the prices up on the flight to like $600, $700, $800 for a one-way coming back home. So yeah, I was on the phone for like a few hours calling the airline, and then online like searching for flights to get back home, because I was really about to be stuck in Miami at the recovery home. And the recovery home was like $225 a day, or yeah, a day or something like that. But that was including the massage as well. And I feel like if I'm gonna stay extra day, I might as well, I mean, if I'm gonna stay there, I might as well get a massage as well. So it was like $225 a day, I believe, a night. So I was online for like a few hours looking for flights to get back home. I finally found the flight. Unfortunately, it was through Frontier. Ain't nothing wrong with Frontier, but my recommendation after having surgery, I do not recommend flying Frontier coming back home, going back home, because Frontier is not a very comfortable plane to be on after having surgery. So anyway, first of all, the first problem was my flight got delayed with Frontier. So I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. I got my massage. I was able to lay down for a little bit before I caught my flight or whatever. But then I get there. The airport wasn't packed at all. I had wheelchair assistance. If you guys are having surgery, I do recommend that you request wheelchair assistance for your flight there and coming back. No, for your flight coming back home, not there. But for your flight coming back home, I do recommend that you request wheelchair assistance, because they will basically like, they will literally like wheel you to your gate. And then when you land in your hometown or wherever airline you're flying to, they wheel you from the gate to get your bag and all that. So I definitely recommend it. So anyway, when I booked the flight coming back home on Frontier, I upgraded my seat. I paid an additional $60 to be in the first row of the flight, assuming that I was going to have more room in that row, and also I was going to be able to kneel when the plane took off. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to do that. So they said, if you're in the front row, you cannot kneel. You have to sit the entire flight. And then what else? It was still tight though. So it seemed like the seats in the front row, the first row, they were like tighter than the other seats in the on the airplane, which was weird. So like I felt like it was like squishing my hips, and I was so irritated. That's not even the like biggest problem. The problem was, we got on the plane. First of all, it took a long time for them to everybody to get on the plane. So I stood up until I seen everybody sitting down, and then I sat on the plane with this BBL pillow. So my thighs went like right here, and my butt was like hanging off the back. It was very uncomfortable seeing that the seats were very tight or whatever. And then, okay, once everybody sat, we take off, and we literally like driving through, about to take off. And then next you know, the pilot is like, oh, an error message or something popped up on the screen. We can't fly off yet, so we have to go back to the gate. And I'm like, so you mean to tell me we would have been in the air and the plane would have had an error on it? So like, just imagine, that gives me Final Destination vibes, because like, what the hell is going on? Like, y'all didn't figure out what was going on with this plane before y'all decided to put people on this motherfucker. So we sitting there for like, it seemed like a long ass time. Maintenance come on there, everybody they just in the front having conversations, joking around, talking to the pilot. Like, it just seemed like they just kicking it, and we all just sitting on the plane ready to go. So I feel like it was a long time, between 30 to 45 minutes it took for maintenance to get it together. Literally, when they say that they got it fixed, next thing you know, one of the flight attendants had a problem with one of the people on the plane. So it was this man and his wife. I guess they were snapping on the lady, and the lady said that they was like being belligerent, like they was drunk, and she was scared for her life, and she was like, I want them off the plane. So she told the other flight attendants, and they go back there and they try to talk to him and get him to get off the plane. First of all, I got some recordings, and I'm gonna insert the videos. I'm gonna insert the videos in this video so y'all can see like the few clips of what happened with the man or whatever. So they trying to get the man off the plane. He's like getting off the plane. He's snapping and stuff. So everybody turning around looking, recording and stuff. So then the flight attendants that call security go and try to talk to the man. The man's still like, no, I'm not getting off the plane. Like, no. And I'm just like, dude, just get off. Take this L for everybody on the fucking plane. Like, I'm ready to go. I just had surgery. I'm not feeling well. I'm tired. I want to go. So security can't get him off the plane. So then they like, okay, well, we have to call the police. The police comes, or sheriff, whoever. They come. The man's still like, I'm not getting off the plane. Like, no. Like, and they being real nice to him. And I'm just like, if this was any other person, y'all know what type of person it was. If it was any other person, they would have snatched them the fuck up and got them off the plane. So they still like, he putting his hands in their faces. Like, he really going off on them. So then the sheriff come to the front and they like, yeah, he's not getting off. And I'm looking, everybody looking at each other like, seriously? So they was like, we have to call our supervisor, and our supervisor is gonna have to send backup. First of all, it's only 2 of them, so backup for what? So they should know, they get like a whole army of the sheriff or whatever, and they all come and they go to the back or whatever, and they finally get the man to get up or whatever. But they didn't even snatch him up or nothing. Like, they was talking to him. They didn't snatch him. They didn't get escalated like that. The man basically escalated, really. So he finally get up, and then he get the snapping like, I'm a fucking doctor, and they're putting me off the plane. Fuck Frontier, blase, blase. Like I said, I'm going to insert the clips in here so y'all can see what happened.
That's it. Fucking airline sucks.
That I don't know.
Do we have the option to leave?
Let us try to get him off. If he gets off, then y'all are going to be going away. So, can you turn and watch out?
Tomorrow morning, there you fucking go. Fly Frontier, my friends. Great fucking job, guys. Bunch of fucking bullshit.
So at that point, we all just like relief, like, okay, now we finally about to go. So then it still take a little while after that for us to take off on a plane, and yeah. So then I asked the man, I said, well, can I go to the back? So they just got off the plane. Can I go to the back and go lay in a seat back there and just kneel on the floor? The man was like, oh no, I think somebody, he was like, someone already took those seats. I seen people moving around, blase, blase. So I'm like, he's fucking lying, but I'm gonna go see for myself. So once we get in the air, you know, the seatbelt lights go off or whatever. So I asked him, I said, can I walk to the back, make it seem like I just want to walk or whatever. So keep in mind, they knew I had surgery because I was the first person on the plane, and they wheeled me to they literally wheeled me to the airplane, and they seen that I had surgery. So I walked to the back of the plane, and I see that it's multiple rows that are extremely empty, and I'm like, he's an asshole because he just didn't want me to come to the back. Like, first of all, I paid an extra $60 for the seat that I can't even sit in, but it's a problem when me asking if I can go to the back. Like, now I feel like you just want to have a problem. So I go all the way back to the back of the plane or whatever, and I told them, and I said, hey, I had surgery. I said I paid for an upgraded seat in the front, and I didn't know that I couldn't kneel on the floor. So I wanted to know if I can lay in this row because I'm very uncomfortable up there. He was like, oh my god, I'm so sorry, I didn't know that you had surgery. The other guy knew I had surgery, but he didn't. He was like, oh my god, I'm so sorry, I didn't know you had surgery. He was like, yeah, you can lay in this row, I'll get it. He was like, I'll get all your stuff and I'll bring it back here. I was like, okay, cool. So he bring my BBL pillow, and he also bring my blanket. So what I did was I laid on the whole row. My feet was by the window, and they was just like up. and my head was like by the owl area, and then I had like I had my BBL pillow on the seat, and I laid my blanket on top of it, and I just laid my head on it or whatever. Still uncomfortable throughout the whole ride because Frontier seats are just not comfortable. So it worked or whatever. I ended up falling asleep the whole ride. I was in and out of sleep, but I fell asleep the whole ride. But then when I woke up, but when it was time to land, they told me I had to get up and I had to sit back on the seat. And I found out that my feet were swollen. Basically, my whole body was swollen. My feet were swollen. My arms were swollen. Everything was fucking swollen. Because technically, when you have surgery and you're flying back home, you're supposed to walk up and down so that you don't get a blood clot or nothing. But I fell asleep. I was fucking over it. And I'm just like, at this point, God gonna make a way. I just want to get home. So, yeah, everything was swollen by the time I got off the plane. They had wheelchair assistance, took me to get my bag, and then took me to somewhere to sit by the seats and shit and wait on my ride to come or whatever. So that was that with the plane ride. Like I said, if you do not book the front row, and also if you are going to fly back, make sure that you upgrade your seat to one of those, either first class or one of those rows where they have extra room so that you can kneel on the floor and like just like have your head on the seat. But of course, like put something on there, like either a BBL pillow or like a blanket or something. Don't just lay your head where other people's ass has been. So yeah, because when you take off and land, you have to sit. So I recommend getting a BBL pillow for going back home too. So that's that on a plane ride. Another question was, how does it feel to sit? I actually haven't really sat like that. I've been sitting on my BBL pillow. I did sit for a few seconds one time and it didn't feel weird, like, but it was definitely like, it was like maybe like a week ago, like a week, yeah, maybe like a week or like a few days after, like a week or two ago, I had sat for a few seconds and it wasn't bad. Like, it didn't feel weird or nothing. It didn't hurt. It just felt like my butt got used to my body and it's the fat in my butt now, whatever. It didn't hurt at all to me. I don't recommend sitting within 6 weeks. Every doctor says differently. Some doctors say 3 weeks, some doctors say 6 weeks. So I'm just being safe and I'm just going the whole 6 weeks without actually like sitting, like going out to eat and sitting on my butt and sitting on my butt in a car or on a couch and stuff like that. I'm going a full 6 weeks before I actually like just sit. And even after that, I don't think I'm going to sit for long periods. But I feel like at this point, my butt is soft and my butt is what it is now. I'll show y'all in a little bit what it looks like now. So, next question. When do your holes close? I feel like it depends on when your body heals. Some of the holes on my body have closed up. Well, actually, all the holes on my body have closed up. But they like, some of them have scabs still. And the scabs just basically fall off whenever. I don't recommend peeling it. You don't want to get an infection or anything, because I've had scabs on my arms. I had scabs on all of my wounds, but I'm not peeling them. I'm just waiting on the scabs to fall off. And yeah, but pretty much my holes pretty much closed when I got home, because at that point I wasn't draining out of my incisions anymore. And even the first week I had surgery, I don't know if you guys could tell, when she was doing my massages, she had to reopen the incisions up to drain me. So I feel like they pretty much close real fast if nothing is draining out of it. And then also make sure that you take your showers and stuff with antibacterial soap, the Dow Gold Bar. And also you can get the Hydra Cleanse soap. They use that at the hospitals or whatever. So you can use both of those, or you can use either or. I like to use prior to surgery and a week of surgery, I was using both. So yeah. So right now I'm just using the Gold antibacterial soap, even though I'm 4 weeks out. I just want to make sure that even the ones with the scabs, they don't I feel like I'm going to continue to use the Gold Bar until all of my scabs are gone to make sure that I don't get an infection. Next question. Best way to cope with pain. I feel like honestly my first week was the week that I had the most pain. I had perks prescribed to me, and I also had the CBD gummies. But honestly, when I took the perks, I mostly took the perks when like I would have my massage, and I would take them at night to help me sleep, because it was very uncomfortable having to sleep on my stomach, and I just couldn't sleep throughout the night. It was just, yeah, I was sore and I was uncomfortable, so I couldn't sleep. So yeah, I don't feel like I was in excruciating pain throughout the day. I feel like it was more uncomfortable and just a very sore feeling, and I was stiff from like sleeping on my stomach. But I feel like the only excruciating part was like right after surgery. Oh, and I want to talk about that too, so I'll talk about that after this question. So yeah, right after surgery, I feel like I was in pain, but like after that, after I took medication and woke back up, I was pretty much independent throughout the whole duration of me being at the recovery home. So yeah, but I feel like when you get back home, if you are still in pain, I recommend like taking like Tylenol if it works for you. Tylenol doesn't work for me, but I recommend like taking whatever works for you as far as like Tylenol, Advil and stuff like that. I feel like you could take that or whatever. I was eating CBD gummies when I got back home. That helped. It helped with pain a little bit, and it also helped me sleep. So yeah, that's what helped me. Next question was the staff nice at Spectrum Aesthetics? I do feel like all the staff was nice to me, like from the beginning to the end. I never encountered anybody that had a bad attitude, that felt like, I don't know, like they didn't want to help me. Everybody answered my questions that I had. I didn't feel rushed by anybody. I had an overall great experience with Spectrum Aesthetics. I know some people, they get in these groups and they say how they had the worst experience, and dealing with people at Spectrum Aesthetics is just terrible. But honestly, I didn't have any issues. Honestly, there were a few issues, but I don't feel like they were anything major. Like the day before surgery, they didn't call me and tell me what time I was supposed to have surgery, so I had to reach out by Instagram and what other way, I emailed them or whatever. It was like small issues like that. It wasn't anything major that I had any issues with. But overall, my experience at Spectrum Aesthetics was great. And if I had to do it again, I definitely would. Like, yeah, I didn't have any problems. Oh, what else I wanted to talk about? Right after surgery, that is the most crucial. So basically, right after surgery, honestly, okay, so they called me and told me that I had to, my surgery appointment was at 7 a.m. in the morning. So I get there, and I sat in the lobby for like an hour, and I was sleepy because I didn't sleep at night at all. So I was up for like 24 hours because I was editing the last vlog, and I wanted to have that vlog up before, no, not the last vlog. I was editing the vlog before I had surgery, and I wanted that to go up because I knew it might be a long time before I upload something else. So I didn't sleep at all, and I was in a lobby, and I fell asleep on one of the couches or whatever, one of the chairs. So they had me go to the back. First of all, when I got there, I had to pay for my COVID test, which was $100. And then around 8 a.m. is when they took me to the back. They took me to the back. I had to pee in a cup again so they could test me for pregnancy and drug tests. And then also they did the blood test for COVID. Made sure that was good. And then the doctor came in, he marked me up, told me asked me what I wanted, and he asked me like what type of desired look I was going for, and basically just asking me what I want. And I told him to just make it as big as possible, because like try to inject as much as possible, because I know I'm gonna lose 30% of the fat in the healing process. And then what else? Yeah, we went over all that. He asked me did I have any questions. I asked him a few questions. He answered them. So yeah, originally I was supposed to go to Dr. De Jesus, but her father passed the day I was supposed to have pre-op. Yeah, her father passed the day before surgery. No. Yeah, a day before surgery. So they had to reschedule all of her patients, and they told me I can go to Dr. Kriegel, which I didn't have any problem because I liked his work as well. So I ended up going to Dr. Kriegel. So yeah, we went over all that, and I felt confident or whatever. Then next you know, he left. He was like, you'll be going to the back for surgery soon. So I was just laying on the bed. I had put on the surgery gown, compression socks, then I had to put those footies things on or whatever. Anesthesiologist came in, and he was like, he asked me some questions, my name, my date of birth, and all that. He was like, okay, let's go or whatever. So we go into the room. I lay on the table. They strapped me up, and they started putting stuff on my feet and stuff. And then he was like, he put the gas mask on me. He was like, breathe deep, take a deep breath 5 times, and then breathe regular. I did that, and then I was just sitting there like, okay, what's next? Because I wasn't getting sleepy. And then I was out after that. Like, I was literally out, like, quick. Like, I didn't have time to feel sleepy or none of that. I was just out. I woke up coughing, and I was choking basically, and I was like, I can't breathe. So they had me on my back, so they flipped me on my stomach, and they was like, just breathe. They was like, it's okay, you know. They was trying to make me feel good about it or whatever. And then I started making jokes and stuff. Like, I wasn't really making jokes, I was dead ass serious. Like, I was asking them questions like, okay, how does my butt look? Is it big? Tell me the truth. Like, everybody laughing, and they like, the lady was like, honey, you look good. And I was like, don't lie to me, like, tell me the truth. And I'm literally like, I'm still like drugged up from the anesthesia. So like, but I was dead ass serious. Like, I remember it, but like, I feel like I was just high off the anesthesia or whatever. So I'm just, everybody, the whole time, like, from me getting up to going to the car, no, from me getting up to going to the house, I was literally, like, I had people laughing and stuff. Like, it wasn't even on purpose. It was just like, that's just who I am. So I just kept asking everybody, like, how my butt look? In a car, I was texting my friend. I was telling him, like, what did I say? I was telling him, like, everybody keeps saying my butt look big, but I don't think it is. Like, I don't know. I was just texting him, and he was like, dude, just relax. Like, I'm pretty sure it looks good. Just relax. So I had got to the house or whatever. When I got to the house, like, that was the most crucial. Like, everything was tight as fuck. Like, when I tell you I was wrapped up, like, I felt like I couldn't breathe. I could not breathe at all. And then it was like super sore. You gotta think about it. Like, I had chin and arm lipo, so like my arms are very sore. So like pushing myself up and like laying down and stuff, it was like, it hurted or whatever. Like, it wasn't excruciating, but it was very sore. So like, and I didn't expect that. I don't know why. So then they lay me in a bed or whatever, and I'm like, I just want to sleep, but I can't sleep because I'm uncomfortable. I'm in pain. I need something. So she was like, I was like, did y'all get my medicine? And it was like, we haven't gotten it yet. And it was like, but we're gonna use some Tylenol. And I'm like, Tylenol does not work. Like, I need something else. So they gave me Tylenol, and then they put these things on my feet that's supposed to help with like preventing blood clotting. So like, it was very uncomfortable. Like, I feel like now if they put them on my feet, like, it will be very comfortable. Like, it was like massages your feet, but it's hot. And it was like too much. It was too much going on, and I couldn't take it. All right, so once I took the perk, you know, it ended up, getting in my system or whatever. And after that, I was asleep, and that was that. And then I woke back up, and I was fine. And I was, after that point, I was independent throughout the rest of my recovery at the recovery home. I was going to the bathroom by myself the same day of surgery and everything. So that's that. So the next question is it true you don't meet your doctor until the day of surgery? That is true. You do not meet your doctor at pre-op. At pre-op, you sign a million pieces of paper. You pay your balance if you haven't already, and you also take your drug test and pregnancy test at pre-op, and then you buy whatever garments you gonna buy at that time. But you do not see the doctor. You see a nurse, and they take pictures of you and all that, but you do not see the doctor. You don't see the doctor until you actually go in the back and he mark you up. The name of the recovery, another question is the name of the recovery home. I stayed at Enchantress Recovery Home. I recommend that recovery home. Like, everybody was so nice. They actually have nurses that work there, like not just people working there from wherever. They actually have licensed nurses working at Enchantress Recovery Home. I'm gonna post a picture of their Instagram so that you guys know exactly what their account is if you want to book services. Sometimes they have like deals going on, so make sure you watch out for that if you want a recovery home to stay at. I do hear a lot of bad stories about the recovery homes in Miami, but I 100% recommend them. They are very personable as well. So like they are personable with every person that come in there and have surgery. They treated everybody well. Like, there was not one person that they treated like they treated bad. Like, we had breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and they wake you up for each one, and you have snacks in between. They have snacks in the room. We had our little refrigerator in the room where we could drink water, juices, naked drinks, all type of stuff. Like, when I tell you, like, the best recovery home, I absolutely recommend them if you don't have anybody to go with. What else can I say about the recovery home? Nurse V, it's her recovery home. Like, I love her. That's the one that was doing my massages. Like, when I tell you, she is the best. Like, she is so nice. She's a sweetheart. She just, I don't know, every person that come in, she just make them feel welcome. Like, regardless to what, she make them feel welcome. The recovery home was nice and clean. They had a balcony. If you've seen my last vlog, you'll see how the recovery home looked. But for Valentine's Day, they made us a Valentine's Day breakfast. They gave us all roses and decorated and stuff. It was so cute. So yeah, I absolutely, it could be expensive. It is a little expensive, but I feel like the fact that they actually have nurses, they was checking our vitals every day and everything. Like, they made sure we were comfortable. They had the little boards, like, you know, at the hospital where they had those boards, and they like put like your name, who your doctor is, when the last time you had medication. Like, they were really like professional. So yeah, I'll put a picture of their Instagram right here so you guys can go and check them out and check out their website and stuff. She does sell like CBD gummies, garments, BBL pillows, all type of stuff. Next question. Well, I'm gonna do this question last, but next question is how I chose my doctor. I didn't choose the surgeon that originally, I didn't choose the surgeon that did my surgery. I chose Dr. De Jesus at Spectrum Aesthetics. Like I said, her dad died a day before surgery, so they were designated other surgeons to do her patient surgery, and they told me that I could go to Dr. Kriegel, which I was perfectly fine with because I've already seen his work. I'm in the Spectrum Aesthetics group on Facebook. I'll post a picture of the Spectrum Aesthetics group from Facebook as well, so that you guys can go try to join so that you guys can try to join the group, so that you guys, because all the doctors work is in that group, so you'll be able to see all the different doctors to make your decision if you haven't made a decision yet. And yeah, and how I chose Spectrum Aesthetics, I seen other people work. I ended up going to the Spectrum Aesthetics page and looking at their work, and I just, like I said, my spirit told me that that was the right place. Originally I was supposed to go to Me Aesthetics. I'm glad it didn't work out, but yeah. So that's how I chose Spectrum Aesthetics and my doctor. How I chose the recovery home. So in that same Spectrum Aesthetics group, there is a lot of questions and a lot of answering in those groups. They honestly help. It is some drama in them, but honestly, besides the drama, the group helped a lot in my decision on where I should book my recovery home. Originally, I was supposed to book with, what is it, Dow's something in Miami, and I do not recommend. Someone died there due to negligence on the employees on their end. They were being negligent, and a Dow died there. So Dow's house or something like that. Spectrum Aesthetics, I'm not sure if they still do it, but they were recommending some patients to book there. I don't know if they have like some type of deal with them or not. I don't even know if they even doing it anymore, but I do not recommend that recovery home. My surgeon was like, make sure you spread the word and tell people not to go to that recovery home, and I was like, okay. So yeah, do not book with them. But yeah, I chose the recovery home because someone had asked a question about what recovery homes to go to, and then a lot of people were commenting and they were recommending Enchantress, and they were like, they are the best. Honestly, I don't know any recovery home that's better than them or whatever, so I decided to go to their Instagram and check them out. I went on YouTube to try to see if there's any videos about it. I didn't see any videos about Enchantress recovery home, so yeah, I'm telling y'all about it in this video. So the last question that I have is the cost of surgery. So I'm not gonna lie, having surgery is very expensive, and it doesn't stop when you have surgery. It does not stop, because you still have to like keep up with your surgery. You still have to keep up with your surgery after the recovery, the 1 week that you're in Miami or wherever you go. You still have to keep up with it when you get home and get massages and stuff. So I'm gonna do a small breakdown, and I'm gonna tell you like the overall cost, just like rounding it off. So originally my surgery was quoted at $4,100. That was including a garment, the surgery, the anesthesiologist, what else? That was basically it. Basically everything that comes with the surgery, plus, oh, and it came with a massage too. So it came with a garment and it came with a massage, and I was $4,100. Then I added a cell saver because I had to. I think Spectrum Aesthetics has changed their I think they changed their limit for your hemoglobin now. At first it was, if you're at a 12.5, you can have surgery if your hemoglobin is 11.1 and up, I believe. I think that's what it was. No, you can have surgery if your hemoglobin is 11.9 or 12 and up, I think. And if it's between 11.9 and 12.4, then you have to get a cell saver. And if it's a 12.5 and up, then you don't have to have a cell saver. I was at a 12.3, but I have a 30-day lapse. I was at a 12.3. And I told them to just add a cell saver, because I had already knew I was going to add a cell saver anyway, even if I would have hit the 12.5, because I know I struggle with having low iron, and I just wanted to make sure I was going to be okay, so I was going to add the cell saver anyway. So they told me either I can reschedule or I can add a cell saver. I told them add a cell saver, which was $600. Then I added chin and arm lipo, which is $400 per area. So those two combined $800, and then I had to also pay for a $100 COVID test. So in total that was $5,600. The recovery home was $1,600 for 6 days, 6 or 7. I think it was 6 days. Recovery home was $1,600 for six days, and I had a massage added as well every day there. And then my flight combined going there and coming back home, it was around like $350. And then I spent about $325 in Fajas. So I bought one from the recovery home for $125. I got 2 free Fajas from the surgery place. And then also I bought 2 Fajas on outside of that. So I had from a website called Faja. I'll put the link down below so you guys can see. I'll put the link down below for that company. One of the ladies that work at Spectrum Aesthetics, that's her company. I love this Faja. This is absolutely my favorite Faja that I've worn since I've had surgery. You guys will see it when I show you guys my results. Anyway, so yeah, it's called Faja. I'll put the link down below so you guys can check out her website as well. They were like, after taxes and shipping and stuff, it was like $100. So yeah. And then for like since I've been home and I've gotten massages, I spent around $360 on massages. So like for like, I've had at least 1 or 2 massages per week since I've been home. So I spent about $360. So I'm just gonna round it off to $8,500 because I bought a few other things as well. Like I bought drainage drops, I bought some foams, I bought an ab board, and just little stuff in between that I bought, like from like Walmart, like Hyba Cleanse and soap and stuff like that. I'm just gonna round it off to around like $8,500 that I paid overall for surgery, stuff to take with me, all that good stuff. So yeah, I do recommend having surgery. Like when you think about the price of surgery or whatever, don't think that you just can't afford it. Honestly, you could pay for surgery on a payment plan, or just like save up your money. Because honestly, when you're booked at surgery, you just have to put down a deposit. Either you have to put out a deposit for $500 to book to lock in your rate and save, and to book your date. But if you want to just lock in a rate first, I think it's like either $250 or $300, and then when you're ready to book your date, you just pay the remaining of $500, and then by your 60-day mark, you have to pay an additional $500, so it'll be $1,000 paid by 60 days. And then I'm not sure if they're gonna change or not, but due to COVID, they started making people pay the remaining at pre-op. So like you can either save up, or they have a new method where you could just send them a wire transfer. So if you do decide to go with Spectrum, they'll provide that information and let you know that you can wire transfer them money, and you can just send them money whenever you have it, so you could just get it out the way to knock down your balance. So yeah, well, I also want to say that don't think that just because it's not in your budget right now, you can't make it happen. If it's something you really want, you definitely can make it happen. You just got to put your mind to it and make it happen. Also, what else? Because I never imagined me like, I knew I wanted to have surgery, but I never knew that I would really like make it happen. But I knew like the last couple of years, I was like, I'm gonna have surgery, I'm gonna make a way, and I made it happen. I don't see myself going back to get another round. I feel like whatever happens with this round is what happens, and I'm just gonna be grateful for whatever I have. But I don't see myself going back to get another round of surgery. I feel like I love my results now. I'm not sure how it's gonna look a few months from now, but yeah, I feel like whatever's supposed to happen is gonna happen, and I'm just grateful for how I look this far. So and then also, don't let nobody make you feel don't let nobody make you feel like you shouldn't be having surgery because you should be doing this and that. It's not nobody fucking business what you decide to do. I feel like just because you decide to get surgery first, that don't mean that you can't do other stuff. Like, people talk about like how people ain't got a house, or how people ain't got their teeth done, or how people ain't got their own business before they get their body done. Like, people always in somebody else's pockets. I feel like if you want to get surgery first, to get surgery first. Shit, I got my teeth and my body done simultaneously. I'm still working on my teeth. So like, don't let nobody make you feel down, like make you feel bad for getting surgery before you did anything else. That's all I want to say about that. And now I'm going to get into my results and show y'all how I look or whatever under these clothes. So yeah, I look a lot bigger on camera, but I'm really like small as hell, and I'm like swollen, like super swollen and stiff right now. Like, it's super hard right here. So yeah, so I've been getting massages to help with that or whatever, but like I said, I don't know if y'all can see the hairs on my stomach. Please don't pay attention to that, because I gotta get my stomach waxed and I'm a healer right now, so I'm not even worried about that. But yeah, I am actually smaller in person. Let me weigh my, I mean, not weigh, let me measure myself. Ooh. So like, my waist is, it's definitely bigger than I want it to be, so I'm definitely still working on my waist. But right now, my waist is at a 34. It's at a 34. And I want to get it down to the 20s. So when we having massages and doing like the cavitation and wood therapy and stuff, I'll definitely get there. But yeah, it looks a lot bigger on camera than it is in person. And I'm still swollen, so it's gonna get better or whatever. I got some hips or whatever now, so yeah, that's what that look like. I have the incisions right here. So I have two right here, one right here. Right now, this is what my back look like. This is what my butt look like. I have absolutely no back fat, but it's swollen back here. So yeah, for the video, this is what it looks like. It looks good still. They jiggle now, and it's pretty much soft. But yeah, y'all see that? So yeah, it's softened up, and like, you can press on it and it's soft. It's still a few like hard areas, but overall it looks good. But this is what it looks like so far. But yeah, so I'm just working on my waist and my stomach area, getting this like super flat. Alright guys, so that is the end of my 4-week update and Q&A about my surgery. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was very informative in helping you if you do decide to have surgery. So yeah, that's the end of this video. Like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any other questions, make sure you comment them down below. I'll definitely answer them. You could also follow me on Instagram at QuitaB_, or on Twitter at QuitaB, just one underscore. I'll answer questions on there as well. like I said, I hope you guys loved this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you like this video. If you haven't already, make sure you click the subscribe button below, because I'll definitely be coming back with more updates and more videos. And yeah, that's the end. So I will see you guys in my next video.
Legion Beats.